Good morning, everyone. It is day number 20, and this will not be an easy one. It is not even 5:30, and I'm getting ready to leave. Got 93 miles from here to Greenville, Mississippi. A lot of nothing, flat, hot, no shade, fun times. So hopefully I'll see you in a few hours. Bye.
Hey,
Hey,
we are in Rosedale, Mississippi, which is about halfway through my trip, a little bit less than halfway, a little bit more than halfway. I think I have 40 miles to go. It is, what time is it?
it's 10:05 right now.
10:05,
We ate a lunch at
and we're eating.
9:45.
Wow, I just got bit by a fly. And we're eating lunch because this is my lunchtime and I need to eat. It's not terribly hot yet. Mitch is not done. As you can see, we all have all the necessities for a bicyclist. The peanut butter, which is always very important. We have muscle milk, which is actually pretty good. And salt and vinegar chips. Always think it's good to have some salt. Helps you retain the water. And of course the water, which I've drinking about 2 gallons of already today. So yeah, we're halfway. Things are good. So, say bye, Mitch. Say bye, Ken. Hello, everybody.
Hey,
I look old. Look at that. That's crazy.
soft.
It's the last. So I can keep it?
I didn't say that.
I'm
You got to trim it.
not trimming it.
This is not good.
I'm
That
not-
is not good.
I'm not trimming it until the trip's over.
I know that.
And we've got how many more days? This is the
A
end of
week.
this is the end of day 20. Better than expected. I expected a repeat of yesterday.
Mhm.
Didn't get quite as hot.
Mm-mm.
Just enough cloud cover. I started at 5:33 is when I pulled out of the parking lot on my
Wow.
bike. Kim was still asleep.
Yes.
And I got here at
120.
120.
Mm-hmm.
94 miles, I believe it was.
You did go to sleep at 7 p.m. last night.
Oh, yeah.
You were sound asleep at 7 p.m.
I fell asleep at 7. My wife looked at me like I'm crazy. I fell asleep at 7, and when I woke up next, I looked at my phone. It was 4:15 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Our
That's
granddaughter
crazy.
even FaceTimed
That's
us.
9. That's over 9 hours of sleeping.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
No.
I did it last night.
Yep.
So yesterday took a lot out of me. But today wasn't as bad as we thought it would be. The wind wasn't as strong. From 5:30 to 9:40, I covered more than half the distance.
Yeah.
Traffic was great. No issues, really.
Yeah.
Got to the hotel. I have a real small cut in my front tire. Not sure if it's even worth worrying about, but I probably will worry about it. As my wife laughs at me.
Oh.
I was Googling stuff for a solid hour,
Yes.
trying to decide if a cut, it's probably, is it even a millimeter? Maybe a couple millimeters. Not even that.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if it's clear through the tire. It's not on the sidewall. So lots of different opinions on the internet, as you can imagine. But I think the majority says don't worry about it. So Kim knows what happens when I try to work on stuff. I usually make it worse. So I think she's praying that I just don't mess with it.
At least right now.
At least right now.
Yeah, the next closest bike shop is over 100 miles away.
Yes, in Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
100 miles away. So we're moving in that direction, though.
Yes, we are.
That's good. So if I can survive tomorrow, I do have new tires in the car.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, when I mess with stuff, it
Yeah.
just gets worse.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just pray that it's okay. Other than that, Kim, you didn't really do much today, did you?
Well, I planned to go to Walmart on my way down here, and it took me, out of my way as opposed to following a meeting with Joe. And when I got there, they had had a storm, and so they were without power. And then I'm trying to meet up with Joe, and roads closed. So there were bad storms that went through last
Well,
night.
I actually went through areas where it wouldn't have surprised me if they had a tornado last night. I mean,
Yeah,
in the few areas where there was like trees and such, they were all over the road.
yeah,
Like I had to
yeah,
be careful as a bicyclist going through.
yeah.
So yeah, there were some bad
Hmm.
storms last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are having more difficulty finding like sit down restaurants. It's really a
Yeah.
weird,
It's weird down here. There's no sit down restaurants. It's all
yeah,
fast food.
yeah, almost everything is fast food.
We're in Greenville, Mississippi right now. I don't think I mentioned that.
Hmm. I mean, they have a
And
Walmart and Lowe's and Kroger's and
yeah, you can tell it's a pretty poor area, I would guess, economically.
lots of
And
rundown
maybe that's
buildings.
lots of rundown buildings. And maybe that's part of the reason why there's not a lot of, you know, mid-tier restaurants. I mean, if you don't like Wendy's or
Uh-huh.
McDonald's,
Yeah,
then you're out of luck,
yeah.
kind of thing. Although we have a Tex-Mex place right across. Mexican. All kinds of Mexican places that are sit down.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today was 94 miles. Tomorrow is going to be 89 miles, according to my map. We'll see. We're going from Greenville, Mississippi to Vicksburg. I assume that's Mississippi,
Mm.
right? We're not in Louisiana yet.
No, we're not in Louisiana.
Vicksburg. So it's going to be another long day. I haven't looked at the weather, but I imagine it's supposed to be hot again.
Hmm.
It's like today, it's not going to be an issue. But I'm not taking any chances.
Hmm.
I'm getting up at 5. I'm leaving this place at 5:30. Going to try to be done by, again, 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30, somewhere in there. And go with that. So we're getting closer.
Hmm.
Tomorrow's day 21.
Yeah.
And we're done on day 26, and there's one day that we're having a rest day in New Orleans. So,
That's after day 26.
well, we might change that.
Mm.
I might just get done with my trip. I'd rather party in New Orleans after my trip is over rather than knowing I have another day of riding. You get me?
Well,
Because we all know I'm a partier.
our last 3 days we're staying in New Orleans.
I understand that, but
Hmm.
do I want to go out and eat a bunch of junk food knowing I'm riding 85 miles the next day?
No, the rest.
No.
No.
I want
We
to
have
ride 85 miles first and then eat a bunch of junk food.
right. That's how it's planned.
No, it's not. My last day, the day 26 is the last day of biking. Right?
Yes.
Right. I don't want that. I want the last day to be a rest day in New Orleans so I can eat a bunch of junk
Well,
food.
day 27 is a rest day in New Orleans.
There is no day 27. This is a 26-day trip,
Okay.
right?
We're staying an extra day in New Orleans after you're done biking.
Oh, that's not included in the schedule?
No. So that's the party day.
Oh.
Yes.
If you ever want to know anything, just ask my wife. She'll tell you.
I have a notebook.
She has a notebook.
Yes.
And if you don't think she doesn't have a notebook on you, you're wrong.
That's not true.
Yeah. She's got a ledger of every single church member that we've ever had.
Oh gosh, no.
No?
No. Sometimes I don't even remember their names.
Oh, wow. They're going to see this. And
True confession of a pastor's
You
wife.
just changed a lot of people's opinion of you. All right. We're on a tangent now.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
Yeah.
Big segment coming up. Lots of stuff. Big omissions I made yesterday. I even told my wife the omissions I made.
Oh.
And a new fatality
Oh.
on our next edition of Dun 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 Dun.
Fatalities on the pavement.
Fatalities on the pavement, otherwise known as what was that dead thing? Hello, everybody. Welcome to another world-renowned edition of What Was That Dead Thing? Also nationally syndicated. Also, legal, locally, it's legal too. Locally held in high esteem. Some people can't wait to see what I have to say. They really can't wait. Right, Kim?
I'm sure there might be people out there like that. Like maybe your nephews.
Oh, my nephews, yes, in
Alex and
Georgia.
Zane. Hey,
Alex
Alex
Zane,
and Zane.
my two biggest fans, they're out there. They can't wait. I'm hoping the Wi-Fi is good enough in this hotel so we can get it posted tonight, because if not, they won't know what to do tomorrow. I don't know. So today I got some serious catching up to do. First of all, deep apologies. Yesterday's vlog, I made a serious, very surprising omission, and I have a reason for the omission. But yesterday, believe it or not, I saw a fish. I didn't mention it yesterday. For those of you who watched me yesterday in yesterday's vlog, you could probably tell I wasn't feeling 100%. I was a little delirious after that ride. But I did see a fish. It was toward the end of the ride, and I didn't have a chance to put it in my notes. I keep a very careful log of all the things that I see. Did you know that, Kim?
Yes, I know that.
Yes.
Yes.
She knows that. And it kept it under lock and key so that the statistics stay as accurate as possible, so no one messes with it. But I did see a fish. So I believe that makes our 5th fish, believe it or not. I would have never guessed, ever in a million years, I'd see 5 fish on the road. So that's one of my omissions. The other omission is the last couple of days, I don't believe I was reporting UFOs. So I'm going to catch up on the statistics on the UFOs. I am keeping track of that, but I don't think I mentioned them. I certainly didn't mention them yesterday, so I'll keep up on that. Today, I'm not done. The surprising, groundbreaking news still coming at you. 3 coons, I think 3 possums. You just never know. You just never know. For those of you who aren't keeping up, possums are just tricky. You just don't know if they're really dead or not. The ones I saw look pretty dead, but they're pretty good at that, of making people think they're dead. 2 birds. One was a big hawk. I've seen a few hawks the last couple days. A squirrel, a rabbit, and a turtle. 2 points today that I want to focus on. First of all, 4 snakes. I had several snakes yesterday, 3 I think. 4 more today. What is up with the snakes? And they're not small snakes. And they're different kinds of snakes. I don't know. I know when the snakes joined the Federation, it was kind of not well received because they felt like the snakes were joining for ulterior motives. They were able to get around that though. They kept the snakes in the corner of the room where the heater was because they were always cold for some reason. And then all the mice, they made sure all the mice sat up front, away from where the snakes were. So it all worked out, but not many were very happy with the fact that the snakes were joining the Federation. But why the fatalities today? I'm not real sure. I know they're always cold, so the pavement I'm sure is warm, particularly at night, and maybe they just can't stay away. They gotta get where the warmth is. I know. I think it's a good theory.
Sounds like a great theory.
Sounds like a great theory, she says. Anyway, the other big news: a new critter, a new fatality. Kim, can you guess what it is? I don't think you can guess what it is. Can you guess what it is? Something I'm not seeing on this trip yet.
Cat.
No, we've had a cat.
A dog.
It's not a dog.
A bear.
I'll give you a hint.
Alligator.
Not alligator. Though that's a good guess.
Crocodile.
Everyone knows crocodiles are not around here. It's a mammal.
Okay.
It's a mammal that flies.
Okay.
That should give you your answer.
Human being.
What's a mammal that flies?
I don't know. You're asking me to think.
Oh, I'm asking my wife to think. Tragedy. A bat. I saw a bat. At first, I didn't even notice what I saw. I'm like, was that a bat? So for the one and only time this trip, and I mean the one and only time, I stopped, I circled around to make sure I saw what I thought I saw, and what I thought I saw, I actually saw. It was a bat. I don't know what was up with that. How does a bat end up on? I mean, bats are like they're impossible to like hit because they got sonar and stuff, right?
Yeah, but.
So I'm adding a bat to the list.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's the list there. I'll be adding 10 UFOs. That's a combination of yesterday and today. But yeah, that's the big news. I'll do some research on bats and their history with the Federation for Road Safety. I don't know too much about them, but the snakes. I wonder if this will continue. I mean, I wonder if this is a trend in Mississippi. I'm kind of confused by all that. The totals are on my left, right there. I think, hopefully, at some point. And notice that the coons and the birds are kind of battling it out, the top spots. And I did see an armadillo today. I didn't mention that. I gotta get my act together. These long hot days are like, I don't know. But I did see an armadillo. I think maybe another squirrel. A squirrel and an armadillo. Yeah, I didn't write that down. Yeah, my wife's laughing at me now. I'm totally losing it. My apologies. All right. So that's all for what was that dead thing, and I'll try to keep better track from here on out, so I don't disappoint any of my fans, or my one fan. Two fans.
Yeah, Alex and Zane.
Alex and Zane. But what about my third fan? No, it's not the fan I was referring to. Never mind. Bye. When you are on a 26-day trip, say theoretically a bicycle trip, how many chargers do you need to have with you for all your devices? The answer is what? SAG?
More than you have devices for.
More than you have devices for. So a bonus question. How many devices do you have on a 26-day bicycle trip? The answer is?
We have 7.
7.
2 phones. 2 phones.
2 phones.
A computer.
A computer. A bonus question. If you have 7 charging cords for all your devices, but you use none of them to charge the camera, how long does your camera last?
Not long enough to make it through the deep mathematical question.
Not long enough to record the deep mathematical thought regarding charging cords. That's the answer.